Okay, so this is all pulled back. Now what I want to do is go no deeper than has already been done here with this chip. So what I'm going to do is, I've got the bluntest knife in the house. I'm literally just going to feed it in and feed it up. Good. Okay, and there we have it. We have one contiguous piece, and look at this. The ribs are visible. Just buried. Deeply buried. So what we're now going to do is perform the same basic trick on this side. Now I'm going to just use a bit of tension in my hand and just a blade as well, just to work my way up. There we go. Come around this way for this bit. There's an extra bit of tape or something that's been used here, so I just want to, again, I want to, it's a little bit more aggressive on the leather here, so I just want to, oh no, that's okay. Okay, there we go. So this spine was once directly on this surface, but at some point it got removed and a piece of paper was put down. Now what's quite interesting is, if you look, there's actually no commonality. You just faintly see where the bands are there. I don't believe, oh, maybe they do line up. Maybe they do. Let's have a look. What do you reckon? Oh, I'll take it back. So I think those are actually reflective of where the actual bands are underneath, which is actually kind of interesting. And it opens the possibility of, you know, I certainly want to recycle the label. Maybe there's a case for trying to recycle some of these little designs as well, because they are quite attractive. The only problem is that we've got these circular blemishes. You know, this whole thing must have had some kind of liquid spilt onto it at some point, maybe a wax or something. Obviously we've lost the top, which is the other piece as well. But, you know, there's value in this. Maybe not as an entire unit, but certainly in parts there's value. So it's going to be interesting to see whether it's possible in any way to actually separate the spine from the fabric, because it looks unfortunately as though this leather spine was just pushed straight down onto this gunk. Yeah, that's going to be difficult. This is hopefully a separate piece of leather that's actually glued on. So if I'm really, really gentle with it, yeah. Oh yeah. You have to be really gentle with this. But I at least stand a chance. Yeah, oh, there we go. Yeah. and a chance that I can tease off the label. The rest of it not so much. I think that's going to be really tricky. Okay, so we're now back to this surface. So question mark, what are we going to do with this bit of gunk here at the top? And I think I may be able to just abrade that off. But you can actually see kind of how this was done. You've got a pretty modern clear glue, and you can see the actual bands there. And you can see for the first time, actually really good evidence that, yeah, we have a proper connection. There we go, that's what we want to see. It looks as though there's a connection, you know, a serviceable connection into the board. I peel off this bit of leather here, yeah. Again, now hopefully those go into the board and they're not just falsies. But look under here. Now, seen for the first time, this is quite delicate. This isn't robust. So these are actually more vulnerable than I at first thought. So we're going to have to, quite a difficult decision here, because as I said, you know, in the initial video, one option is to actually reduce this to a text block and redo these, or at least maybe sister them with additional bandings, because these are actually not, the fibers themselves are, you know, quite vulnerable. So it does make me wonder now I look at this, whether we need to sister these. Yeah. There's a little bit of strength there, but not an enormous amount. I think on balance, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a new piece of fabric across, across here, together with my Elmer's glue, which is a lot less aggressive than this gunk. I don't think I'm going to sister the raised bands. I think that's a step too far at this time. And then, in addition, I'm going to put a piece of card over this entire section that will flex away with the leather, and that'll stop the leather failing along here. So that way the fabric will be attached to the board. That'll be an extra reinforcement. But the leather itself won't be attached to the fabric. The leather itself will be able to flex away. because it'll be attached to the card. The card will be attached to the board here. This is tricky. To be continued.